Alright guys, I'm here at the Morton Arboretum, and this park is ridiculously huge with pretty much every plant under the sun here, including a lot of wild edibles. Solar flare, false indigo, prairie blues. Yeah. Let's take a walk down this trail. The air smells so fresh and sweet here. You can imagine. I've never seen any of these plants ever. Oh, look at this tree here, guys. This is the copper beech. And look at the way the bark is nice and smooth, with long protruding branches. I mean, talk about treehouse material. Climbing for sure.
I do like when for you guys. Like, yeah, you guys are weird.
Ferns. More ferns here. All different kinds. Wow. Kind of looks Jurassic. It's miles of this, miles, I'm telling you. I'm not gonna even be able to scratch it today. Definitely worth checking out if you're here in Illinois, and definitely planning on 1 or 2 days to do this. The squirrels are jumping around. Tree to bush. Yeah, talk about paradise for them, huh? They have it made here. Look at these conifers and pines everywhere. So neat, just like in the wild. When you're walking in the trail and you pass something and then you turn it around, you see a different perspective, different angle, and it's just all breathtaking, very awe-inspiring. It's just it's like you almost walked right by this and didn't turn around to look. It's majestic. You know, you got to keep your head on a swivel because you can definitely walk by a beautiful moment. Wow, look at that. I mean, I'm not sure if you can see just the different contrasts of green on the tips of the needles. The fresher needles on the end are just bright green in contrast to a few inches below that, and it's a dark, typical pine needle green, you know. Look at that. You can see the sun reflecting off it, but actually, I mean, what you see there is the color of it. It's not just the reflection, it's the actual color. That's just, you know, that's just neat. I mean, I've never seen this up in the wild. Or wild, like I've been in the wild. But even up in Southern California, this, I don't think this particular conifer is there. It's truly remarkable. Wow, guys, I just stumbled on a tree here. I'm in an area. It's, I guess, plants of Korea and some other areas. And these really neat blooming flowers here. But what I can tell you, and you can't feel or know, is the aroma here. It is magnificent. It's like a soft serve or a frozen yogurt, fruity kind of smell, and it's very strong. This is called the Japanese white-barked magnolia, or magnolia. So it does look like a magnolia tree in some aspects that we have here, which, you know, has that look to it. But you know, obviously, if it's its own type, and just the aroma here is ridiculous. I can't even tell you how it is. Does that smell good? Take a breath.
Oh wow, where's this from?
This is a Japanese magnolia tree.
Really?
It's amazing.
It is.
Really good.
Take a deep breath, and it's just like, oh man.
There's this fruity smell to it.
Fruity smell.
I thought it was from Hawaii.
You're right.
Well, that's probably another version of it, but this is definitely. It looks like a magnolia tree with the white petals that you see in the southeast, but it's definitely its own.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I mean, I just.
The southern parts of Japan definitely would have this. I mean, this is more of a tropical tree.
Yeah. All right, here we are walking again. Walking into some foliage. Looks like some magnolias here that they planted. We're coming into some denser part of the grounds here, which is always my favorite. I don't know if you guys can hear, but all different kinds of birds or different sounds. Oh boy, if I can backpack in this place. Look at that tree. Look at that tree, guys. These birds are ridiculous. Look at that tree. I wish people would use their inside voice, even though they're outside. I mean, I literally have to hold my camera up and just look up the whole time. I mean, extensive, massively tall. I already got a couple of different spiders jumping on me, but they're little small spiders, and they're just kind of webbing across, but it's really not bad. A few mosquitoes, but not a lot either, considering how much plants and trees and how moist this is. You know, I've definitely been in worse insect ridden areas and drier climates, so look at this tree, guys, that just uprooted at one point. Look at that. I think He-Man was here, actually. Must have been a battle. Oh man, that's just remarkable. Look at that. Look at the roots. They're almost shallow or rotted. And look at that log. I mean, look at just the massive trunk of that thing. Let me zoom in a bit. I don't even think this camera is doing justice of how big this thing really is. I wonder how much it weighs. I mean, that's ridiculously huge. That's probably a lot thicker than most of the trunks I've seen here right in front of me. All around. That one's 2. But this is the thickest one. Happens to be fallen over. Wow. Oh gosh, look at this. I mean, it really is a sight to see. I wish this was a 3D camera for you guys. I mean, I am very at peace right now. This is... Alright, I'm gonna move along and I'll catch some more in a bit, but I really want to soak this in. Alright guys, so check this out. I'm gonna go straight up. Alright, this is actually going right over my head. I'm gonna turn the camera and continue down the other way. And you can see the branches of another tree. I mean, that is just... I mean, looking straight up at this. This is straight up over me. It just cuts right over my head. Let's walk out here and then turn around and see if we can get a side perspective of that. Try to get it without this sun blocking. And look at that. That's the tree. Up and around. Back down. It's just majestic. It really is. What are you doing? Where are you going? Look at that. Vanished like a ghost. Ghost squirrel. Not a peep. Not a trail. Look at that, just gone. I didn't even hear it scratch, jump, nothing. Look at that bluebird, guys. Wow, look at the colors on that thing. Oh, they're super fast. At least I got a glimpse of them. Wow, they're just popping with color. There's another one there. I can't see. No, it's in the shadows. Some more dense forests and foliage. I know it all looks the same maybe on that side of the screen, but it doesn't get old. Just doesn't get old. Look at that. Look at that. I mean, they remind me of those trees in Lord of the Rings, you know, those, they're alive and they're tall. Just so beautiful, and it's God's creation is just amazing to me. The diversity of things and of life. Look at that. Except for mosquitoes, of course. Check this out, guys. Look at this pine forest here. Just keeps going and going and going. Hundreds of these thin pine trees. Look at that. Everywhere. Everywhere. Surrounded Guys, look at this bog here. This huge swampy marsh. No, it's not marsh, it's just wetland. Because there's no reeds in here, and that is some dank water. I mean, the mosquitoes are attacking me now, but that is just amazing to look at. It's like black reflective water, almost oil-like, very calm. I'd hate to get falling into that or swim in that. That's just I mean, that is insane. It just all collects here, and I guess a lot of this area has a lot of dense clay underneath, created by glacier movement, and so the clay densed up, so a lot of the water doesn't really flow through underneath and settle into the aquifers. It actually just collects up here in these marshes in this area here in Illinois. And so yeah, that's some stagnant water. You know, who knows what kind of life is there. I doubt there's any fish in there, but who knows? I don't know much about that, but I just know that when it's dank water like that, it's very very hard to have life in there other than insects and you know, bacteria and things like that. But if there's no fresh water in there percolating, then not a lot of oxygen in that water, so the, you know, different kinds of life is in there, and not the kind that you want to be swimming around with, I'm sure. But it is amazing to look at. It is just you don't see this back home in SoCal, that's for sure. Alright, let's get out of here. Okay guys, I don't know if you've seen this, but now here's a white lake. Well, not necessarily white, it's a light gray, and that's from all the suds and probably algae from on top of it. It's got a lot more sunlight than the last one, so definitely got more algae, but it's a very light gray and almost white from the distance walking into it. But still, not something I'd want to splash around and play in. I do see a couple of ducks over there having a good time, but quite the scene nonetheless. Alright, on our way back. Okay, see this? No strings attached. I learned something. I'll let you know how it works. Okay, gang. So we got back out of the Mortons Arboretum here, and I probably did a quarter of what they had here. And I think round trip, the hike or walk was about honestly almost 5 miles. And yeah, it was about 1.5 for each loop. And I did almost 5 loops, and there's probably 9 or 10 bigger ones and a few smaller ones. And I ran that in about 3.5 hours. Well, not ran it, but walked it. So if you ever come to Chicago, it's definitely a must see. I can definitely come here over and over and over, and if I was in this area permanently, I would definitely get the membership pass, because it's got so many different you know, setups of different environments and areas. So it's definitely something that you're gonna want to come check out and get a feel for different parts of the world, different areas, different trees and foliage areas, and and have a sample of what it's like to be all in this park here. All right, until next time.
The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down and read pastures.
Glory be to the Father, and to the Son, and to the Holy Ghost, as it was at
Bara, Atah, Adonai, Eloheinu.
Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed.
Now I lay me down to sleep. I pray the Lord my soul to keep. If I die
Our
before
Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name.
God
Thy
bless my
kingdom
brother,
come,
my father,
thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen.
Who is God? Well, it's an invisible person and he lives up in heaven. Up there. God is somebody who rules the world. He's sort of like a spirit, I guess, up in outer space.
He kind of started all the plants growing and he started people. Well, I guess he's kind of big and fat.
He can see us wherever we do. Whatever we do, he has such powerful eyes. He doesn't have millions, thousands, and billions. And he can still see us when we're bad. He could be sitting on the table right now, but you can't see him. If he was a bad man, he'd make everything bad. He wouldn't have electricity. He wouldn't make people. That's what would happen if God was nice.
He's not what a lot of people think is just a feeling, but I think he's a real person.